Hello guys, welcome back to the GitHub video series tutorial. Myself Gopi and back again with another video on the GitHub series. Now in this video we are going to discuss about how to set up a GitHub on your local machine. Keep that in mind. This video is for Windows user. If you are a Linux or Mac user, Git comes along with you. If you are wanted to know how to use Git on Visual Studio or else how to IntelliJ editor, if that is the case, please follow along with me. I will be telling you how to set up those things. Not much more, but we will be having a clear understanding of how to use Git in those editor in our upcoming videos. So let's get into the video. First and foremost, if you are on a Windows machine, we don't have a Git comes along with that operating system. We just wanted to go to this URL and download Git. Okay, you will be able to download this is the latest version as for the date that I'm recording this video. Might be chance you'll be getting different version when you're looking at this video. So download this, install. There is no big thing installing Git, just to follow the instruction next install. That's it. After that, as I said in the introduction video, I'll be explaining you how you will be using Git on Visual Studio Code editor, also Visual Studio and then IntelliJ editor. There might be chance you are new to Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio or else IntelliJ editor. You may wanted to know how to use this kind of editors inbuilt functionality. So if you are using Visual Studio Code or IntelliJ, you don't have to write any command. Of course, I prefer to go for commands, those things, but still you don't have to write any single command to push your changes to the repository. I'll be explaining you how to achieve those things on these two IDE and this editor. Okay, since these three are very popular, I'm just covering it as far as the video recording. So if you need anything further or anything extra, please let me know. You can go to this respective URL, download Visual Studio Code, and then for Visual Studio download you just have to go here. Keep that in mind. Visual Studio is actually a priced software. We will be getting a community edition. That's enough for this video tutorial. So I just wanted to download this option and then follow the instruction. If you don't know how to set up this once after installation, if you don't know how to set up Visual Studio, go to start, type Visual Studio installer. Okay, Visual you will not able to see because it's on my another screen. I'm just trying to open it out. Once you type for Visual Studio installer, you will be able to get a screen which is similar like this one, where it is yeah, 1 minute, I'm just searching for it. There are actually yeah, here you can see, right? This is how the installer looks like. It needs some time to load all the content. Right, what all the things are available. I have installed the community version 2019. In the available section you will be able to see which are all available. I haven't installed the latest update on professional version, so that's what available. Just click on this modify. You will be redirected to the another pop-up window where all the installation things are available. So it will take some time for loading all the required software here. You just wanted to set up. If you are a C# developer, wanted to develop a web application or something, you wanted to select only two things. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. I hope it doesn't take much time usually, but this time it take. Okay, here you can see, right? I have installed ASP.NET and web development. Also I selected .NET desktop development. Yes, this too is enough if you wanted to use a C# development. If you wanted to use Visual Studio for Node.js and Python development, just select that as well. Once you select anything, you will be able to see at this total required space, total memory required. If I select Node.js development, you could able to see it required 45 MB to install all the required software. Once that is been done, then you can go ahead and use Visual Studio for Node.js application development. If you wanted to select Python as well, then select it, and it need around 598 MB. Click modify, it will download and install on your local machine. I don't wanted to use this as of now, so I'm just going to close this one. If you wanted to use IntelliJ for your application development, Java or Spring Boot, then you can go ahead for the community version. This is fine, you can go ahead and install. There is no much difficulties when it comes to IntelliJ as like Visual Studio. Just go ahead, download and install on your local machine. Once everything is done, you may wanted to enable SSH key on your GitHub account. To do so, you wanted to search for some GitHub, okay, GitHub SSH Key Setup. This is what you need to search, and you will be able to land on the first URL. I will be sharing all those URL in the video description. You can go ahead and make use of it. This option is available for all the operating system. Your task is to just follow the instruction they provided here, nothing else. Just follow the same instruction. If you are new and you are starting with the SSH key setup, then this is the first step. Here they have provided step one by one, and once after completing with all the steps, you will be able to the purpose of having this SSH key is nothing but your repository is actually quite safe. Without SSH key user, you will not able to push anything to that repository. That's what. Okay, so that to improve the security, I'm asking you guys to make use of this URL. So once after you're done with the steps, then you are fine. You will be able to get the repo, you will be able to clone it, you will be able to commit it, you will be able to push it as well. In the next video, we are going to discuss about how to create a repository on the GitHub. Thanks then.